Hello everyone, my name is Brady Rager and I'm teaching you how to cook a steak. So when picking out the correct steak, you want to look at the different types. The first one up is Kobe. This is tender and fatty and very expensive. The next up is a ribeye, which is also quite expensive, however a little less than Kobe, and does taste very, very good. However, there is generally too much fat and is personally not my favorite. The New York strip, however, is the centerpiece of the steak world. This is my favorite steak. This is the steak we will be cooking today, and it is truly a delicacy. Last up, we have the sirloin steak, which is still generally pretty good. However, it has less fat, it's not as tender, and it's generally not as well regarded as a ribeye or a New York strip. Now that we've gotten into what steaks are and the different cuts, here we have a New York strip that I'll be cooking today. First, you want to season with salt, pepper, garlic, and a little bit of butter on top. Next, you want to place some butter in a cold pan, 2 knobs preferably. Then you want to turn that pan on to 5 heat if you're cooking on a stovetop. Let the butter melt. Next, you want to set the timer for 4 minutes and 6 seconds to be exact. Then you want to put the steak in the pan. You want to move the steak around a little bit to make sure the butter's coating all of that side. And after the timer goes off, you flip the steak over to reveal that perfectly golden brown crust that you have made on that one side. You want to move the steak around again to coat the bottom with butter, and then set the timer again to 4 minutes and 6 seconds so you can cook the other side to a proper temperature as well. After both sides have been cooked to 4 minutes and 6 seconds, you would like to then set the timer for 1 minute and 32 seconds each side at 7 heat. And after you flip onto one side, flip on the other, and you get that popping, beautiful sound that you want to see when you're cooking a steak. And this is truly a great thing because this is how you know and you can ensure that the steak is cooked properly, and it is just an overall great meal. So next, once you set that timer, you want to set it again for another minute 32. And after this is all done, you put it on the plate and I generally put about a knob of butter on top. You let the steak rest for 15 minutes and then cut to enjoy. I hope it was good.